Hello there everybody and welcome back to another episode of Terraria Modding Masterclass. It has been a very long time since I have done a video and I do apologise now, but we're finally getting to part 2 of the NPC. In this episode we're going to be looking at enemy NPCs and creating a basic enemy. So, like before, we'll be using the mod NPC. So when you create a class, do public class name extends mod NPC. First thing you're going to do is override the set static defaults. In here we have two things that we can set. First is the display name. So we do display name dot set default and we give it a name. I've chosen zombie because that is what I've used. And then we need to give the NPC a number of frames it has. In this case we're using a recolored zombie. See here, I've just made a blue zombie basically. It has 3 frames, 1, 2 and 3. This would be main.npc frame count npc type equals 3, or if you're copying from something else, just get main.npc frame type of npc id, then your npc. That's all you need for the set static defaults. Now onto the normal defaults. First we're going to do the hitbox for the enemy. You've got npc.width, npc.height. These are self-explanatory. The width of the enemy's hitbox and the height of the enemy. Next we're going to be setting the max health for the NPC. So npc.lifemax equals 250. This will give it 250 HP. So that's all that's needed for this. Make sure you have this, otherwise your enemy won't spawn. Or I forgot to do this beforehand, and when I was testing it just wasn't spawning and I had no idea. npc.damage equals 18. This is how much base damage is being dealt by the NPC. And then npc.defense equals 10. This is how much defense the NPC has. Again, self-explanatory. npc.hit sound. This is the sound they make upon being hit. You can get it from sound ID. In this case we're just using npc hit 1. And npc def sound equals sound ID. And any of the IDs, I've done npc def 2. Here is the value of the NPC. This could be, I think this is the money, but for some reason it's a float, which I don't fully understand. So you got npc.value equals the value of the NPC. npc.knockback resist. This is how much resistance they have to knockback. The higher this is, the stronger they are against being knocked back. The lower this is, the more they'll be knocked back. Like with the town NPC, we have AI style. In this case I'm doing 3 because that is the AI style of the zombie. You could do -1 for custom. AI type is the type the AI has. It copies over the behavior of the NPCs, and because we're having it copy the zombie, we're doing npc id.zombie. If you're doing custom, you do not need this. The animation type is also npc id.zombie. If you are doing a custom animation, you'd set this to, or leave it as 0, and that will allow you to customize your animations. I'm going to be covering that in the next NPC one when we cover bosses. Then we do banner equals item.npc to banner npc id.zombie. You would actually end up sorting this out a bit differently. You'd have a banner or something in here, I'll cover those in the future, or possibly just have it on GitHub. And we do banner item equals item.banner to item, and then we get pass in this banner here. And that's all you need for the set defaults. Now to make your enemies spawn, you need to do public override float spawn chance. This will return a value between, I believe, 0 and 1, higher than 1. 0 will mean it will not spawn at all. 1 means it has a 100% chance of spawning. You can do return spawn condition dot overworld night monster dot chance multiplied by 0.25f, which basically is the chance of a monster spawning in the overworld at night multiplied by 0.25, which would be like divided by 4, something like that. Or yeah, I'm not 100% sure on that. My mind's gone blank. There are multiple. You can set this to desert, ocean, etc., etc. There are some that you will have to do a different method. So some optional ones you have are float chance equals 0f. So you set that by default so it doesn't spawn at all. And if not daytime, then the chance increases by 0.1f. Then if we are below the rock layer but greater than the world surface, keep in mind that in this case it's the value of the y. 0 is the top of the world, so lower than the rock layer would be actually above what would be considered the rock layer, and below the world surface would be whatever's greater than the world surface. And here we're doing chance plus equals 0.2f. If all these are met, there's a 30% chance of spawning. So we return chance, and that's all you have to do. You can also make dust particles come out of the enemy when they're hit. In this example, I've done for int I equals 0, I is less than 10, I plus plus. Int dust type equals mod.dust type, and then the dust type. You can also use any of the dust IDs that already exist. Then int dust index equals dust.newDust at NPC position, width, height, and then pass in dust type. Then we're doing dust equals in the current dust index. And then we're changing the velocity of x to whatever it is plus a random value between -50 and 51. Then multiplying that by 0.01, so it's only, this would be 0.05 or something like that. And we do that for the y as well, just so it scatters it out a bit. Then dust scale multiplies equals 1f plus the random value again. Now just change the scale of the dust. Finally, like with town NPCs, you can give NPC loot when they die. Here we have a normal drop that's guaranteed to happen. In this case, I'm making it drop the mount item, and that will happen 100% of the time. You could do main.ran.next, then a value here to drop it a certain percentage. In this case, 25% of the time, it will drop 5 diamonds. You can also make it drop an item in hard mode, such as doing if main.hard mode, item.new item, NPC position, item ID, random bar, and we're given 2. So let's launch Terraria, and I will show you that in action. Okay, here we are in our TMMC world. First thing I'm going to do is just so it's not completely dark. We're going to enable God mode. Then we're also going to increase the spawn rate to 5 times what normal spawn rate is. Just keep running around until we find our enemy, and there we go. Let's just set that back to 1%. As you can see, it has 250 HP. Called zombie, and if we hit it, you can kind of see some dust particles come off. Let's hit it with the pickaxe. That work, and you're already dead. Okay, down here I have Modder's Toolkit, which will allow you to see what percentage chance certain enemies have. So if you click calculate, there's a 19% chance that our enemy will spawn. I'm trying to make drop in of diamonds and stuff. Let's increase the spawn rate by double then. Again, we got the mount. This will not update with your spawn rate multiplier. As you can see, it stayed around the same. Taking a sweet time for our enemy to spawn. It always knows to do it when I'm recording a video. Okay, there we go. Dropped diamonds. And because we're not in hard mode, it's not dropping any of the hard mode loot. Okay, that's going to cover it for this episode. Between this episode and the next, I'm going to completely redo the mod, so it's a bit cleaner, a lot nicer. It could be a while before the next video comes out, but hopefully it won't be too long. If you have enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. I'm Lynx. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.